I am Sandra Alexander, and I am a wife of a magnificent man.
My name's Allan Alexander. I'm married to Sandra Alexander, and I am a God-fearing man.
I met Allan at a bowling alley. I was there sitting and keeping my girlfriend company because I don't bowl. However, every Monday night I would be at that bowling alley and he was in a league there.
Well, it is true we met at a bowling alley, but actually I met her before that, where she had a store, a restaurant. But as she kept coming to the bowling alley, it just seemed to be some kind of attraction. And as we talked more at the bowling alley, I became more interested in her. And the funny story is that she was seeing someone else. And I told her that, okay, you'll be back. And I left it alone and she came back.
He continued to be in my presence. Every time I looked up at the bowling alley, Allan was in my face. So it wasn't very long before I knew that there was definitely something going on between the two of us and we needed to give it a whirl.
And the rest is history.
We are 3 months shy of 7 years this June.
But it seemed longer.
A lot of it has to do with we both have a life outside of our marriage. My husband is very, very busy, so sometimes it feels like we're passing like ships going to and fro. But he's very active, and I am too, just in a very different way. So I think that those things allow us to miss each other, want to see each other, communicate with each other, and continue to love each other.
You know, even though we're busy people, that when we do get together, we have a lot to discuss, and you know, it brings us closer because the more you discuss, the more you find out things that you have, I'm gonna say this like this for lack of a better word, issues with, but then you resolve the issues and you get closer to each other. So it's a wonderful thing.
What drew us to the marriage ministry together? Personally, I heard about it through my husband, and we were going through some challenges in our marriage. And I thought that that would be a good way to begin to deal with it, to go somewhere where we could learn with other couples on how to have a good marriage.
I've known Minister Brown and his wife for a long time, bowling-wise. And the more I got back into the church, the more I learned about his ministry, and that I saw that it could help my marriage. So I brought it to my wife, and we decided to give it a try, to go to some of the meetings, and it's been a big plus. It's been a big help in this marriage.
I learned early on that to hold resentment was not a good thing, that it was not beneficial to either one of us, and to learn how to communicate, how to have a discussion or be, not to be in the same perspective. He had his own opinion, I had mine, but at the same time, we had to learn how to accept one another's feelings and to move on with that.
Ministry has done great things as far as my thinking and my acceptance of Christ in my life, in my marriage. It pointed me in a direction of forgiveness and how to live with my wife and not try to live around her. Like, she would say something and I would just kind of work around it, go around it, ignore it sometimes, Whereas with the ministry, it taught me how to address the problem and to work through the problem with her. So we, come out on the same page.
I am better. I am better at picking my battles. Everything is not necessary. Sometimes you want to make a comment and that's your opinion. You should be able to make that comment without retribution. So it has made me better and stronger in being able to accept some things that maybe I don't particularly care for, but it's okay because that's how he feels. Compromise is one of the key points that you have to be ready for when you have a union, because the union takes two individual people, broken people, who come together, and therefore compromise is necessary.
Compromising is learning how to live with someone, to work with someone, and to be with someone. And the more you compromise, the more you understand that it's just not you. It's about us.
Amen. I would recommend marriage ministry together to other couples because of the positive feedback that I've gotten that has been very, very beneficial to our marriage and our future, and those that are going through and those that are not going through, seasoned saints, new married couples, and even some that are in the middle of going through something. This is a wonderful, safe place to be able to deal with it.
I would recommend marriage ministry together for two reasons. One, that it's God-based, it's based in the Word, you get the truth, and second of all, that it really helps you. And if you really want to save your marriage and be in a marriage, this is the place to be.
Three things that I love most about my husband. Number one is he's handsome. He's a provider. And he also is fair.
Three things that I love about my wife. First of all, I love that she is my wife. Second of all, I love the fact that no matter what problems come up, what issues come up, it's always a getting back together. It's never let anything linger for long. And the third thing is, I couldn't think of anybody else I would want to be married to.
My favorite thing, that he does for me is he makes sure he stays in contact throughout the day. My love language is time and attention, and he gives that to me.
She provides for me with no hesitation, nothing said sometimes. She just does it. And that's the wonderful thing I like about her, love about her.